Hello there, traders. Hello, fellow champions. Welcome to another video of Trading for a Living Forex Champion series. So for today's video, I'm about to show you guys how you can 10x your profits using low risk, high reward entries. And without further ado, let's get straight into the charts. And I will show you how my students and I capitalize on a much bigger move of the market. All right, so let's go. Hey, of course, but before that, just a little promotion on my upcoming Forex trading bootcamp. So I have two schedules for you guys. So on August 6th and 7th, uh, I will split the 6 hours hardcore Forex trading bootcamp into two consecutive days, 3 hours each. So, but on the 23rd of August, August 23rd, that will be the 6 hours continuous uh, forex trading learning for you guys. So for those who are interested, uh, just check all the details at the description below. And to all those who already registered for this bootcamp, again, thank you guys. Thank you for your support. And I will make sure that you'll be able to learn more stuff, anything you haven't learned before, in any free information from the web or YouTube. So I'm so excited, I'm so stoked, and hopefully you are as well. So you'll be able to learn as well what eagle eye trading strategy. Okay, so let's get straight into the charts for the tutorial. Okay, so all right guys, the topic now is 10x your profits using what? Low risk, high reward entries, and also utilizing our TFP warrior system and multi-time frame analysis. So our goal is, how can I write this big move of the market? All right, how? Question is how. So today I'm about to show you how we can capitalize on this bigger move of the market. Just delete this. All right. Again, we are on a daily time frame, meaning one candle represents one day. So, all right, if you're going to see the much what the bigger picture, just say already although we can say that the price already moved upward, and our goal is how to catch this move, right? Already hindsight, however, I'm going to show you the optimal entries on how you can capitalize on this big move of the market, right? So let's say the price didn't happen yet. Okay, let's assume. Okay, so I can just do the replays, etc., but for now I'll just explain to you how I will do my entries. Okay, so right now I'm seeing if ever the market is here, okay, utilizing our TFP system. Let's mark first our key significant levels or zones. Okay, so we have here what? We have here our horizontal what? Key significant support. Okay, so let's mark this as our key significant support. All right, this is a zone. All right, this is zone. Okay, this is gonna be our key significant support. Okay, so if I'm going to utilize what, again, the TFPR system, we also have here our key significant resistance. Okay, we have here as well. Okay, just to make it sure, yeah, multiple touches. How do I know if it is significant or not? Again guys, just check the multiple touches of the price. So this is gonna be our key significant resistance. Okay, going to change the color. Right. Key significant resistance. Okay, now we have our zones. But how am I going to do the entry to catch this bigger move of the market? Right? And of course what? Utilizing our TFP warrior system. So just a recall on how you can set up your entry. So let's go back to the tutorial one more time. Okay, so as I've explained many times on my past videos, the TFP warrior system on a bullish setup, right, high probability buy or long setup, it says that the price must be above this significant level or zones. So horizontal support level or zone, uh, trendline support, and counter trendline break. All right. So uh, it doesn't have to be all of this. At least two confluences. So because there are times that the trendline support below is not what, it's not there's no setup for that, or it's not visible, or uh, we cannot draw a trend line yet. Okay, or there are also instances that there's no counter trend line break. So either of the two, okay, but definitely there will always be what, horizontal support level or zone. Okay, so this is gonna be our setup when we want to have a buy or long position. Okay, so going back to our charts, we already have marked our key significant level of support and resistance. So the goal is, how can I catch this big move? Okay, using low risk, high reward entries and 10x our profits. Okay, so if I'm going to utilize the TFP war system, I already have my key significant support level or zone. The next thing I will do is to find any, right, any trend line that I can connect. For this instance, there is what, a trend line break. All right. So where is now our high probability trade zone? Do I see any, right? Do I see any trend line support below that I can connect? There may be. However, since this move already happened, this peak, right? Let's say the price was here and we want to catch this big move. Okay, we can connect as well, what, here to here. All right. So now what? Where is our high probability trade zone or HPT? This is gonna be our high probability trade area or zone. But remember, we are on a daily time frame, right? So if ever the price was still here, uh, this break, let's assume the price was still here, right? So our high probability trade area or zone is where? Here, just above what? This three confluences, right? Utilizing our TFP warrior system. So the best thing I can do if I saw the price breaking out this counter trend line is what? Of course, I have to wait for it to return to my high probability trade area or zone. If it goes up, I still have to wait for my proper setup for an optimal entry. So let's say the price returned at our high probability trade area or zone. Okay, am I going to take the trade now? Am I going to take the trade now? Definitely no. Why? Because you are on a higher time frame. Again, for an optimal entry, always go down to a much lower time frame to improve your risk reward ratio. All right. So imagine if I'm going to enter here, okay, and target where? this key significant resistance. Let's just assume, okay? I will just show you the difference if I'm going to enter here as compared to a much lower time frame entry. Okay, if I saw this bullish engulfing candle and I would enter where? Sorry, this is a short setup. Long, right? And target is TP, just the key significant resistance level or zone above, and stop loss just below structure. My setup will be like this, and the risk reward ratio is how much? 1 is to 2.5. So is it a low risk high reward entry? Definitely no, right? We want our stop loss to be as tight as possible, as optimal entry as possible, because back to a simple logic, I'll just show you guys just a recall. All right, remember this, right? In order for you to maximize or improve your risk reward ratio, you have to go to a much lower time frame. So that's the proper risk management logic, meaning I can still have my risk percentage or appetite as fixed. However, as I go down to a much lower time frame, I'm able to improve my what? Risk reward ratio through uh through minimizing or tightening my stop loss. Right? Sorry for the word. So the only thing that differs between the two is the stop loss as per structure and lot size as per calculation. Again, in order for you to have an improved risk reward ratio, you have to enter at a much lower time frame. So entering a higher time frame, same as the key level time frame, will only provide you this kind of risk reward ratio as compared to this one. Again, having the same uh, risk percentage, right? So going back to our charts, okay, so now we are at the area of high probability trade area or zone. So again, as I've explained, we only have 1 to 2.5. If I enter here right now at the daily and targeting what? The upper key significant resistance level or zone. Okay, so the best thing I can do is to wait for it to return to my HPT or high probability trade area zone. So right now, if I know the price return, I need to go to a much lower time frame for a much better entry, right? Again, we are now at the high probability trade area or zone, right? So, okay, I will just delete this, okay? Let's assume we are already at the HPT on a daily. So how can I have a low risk, high reward entry? Okay, again, just do the same process as what you did to your utilizing TFP warrior system. Okay, same process, right? If I know the price was here, okay, I saw a trend line break, right? Okay, so where is now my high probability trade stop? Is it gonna be here? Right now, we can also draw again another high probability trade area or zone. Okay, another HPT, but this time on an hour H1 time frame. Again, initially we are on a bigger daily high probability trade area or zone. Okay, what I did was do the same process again. All right, so let's just change this color as, let's make it, let's assume like this, right? Okay, so on each one time frame, I did the same process using TFP or system. So if I knew the price broke out at this counter trend line break, I already have my at least two confluences. I have my horizontal support level or zone, and then I have my counter trend line break. So the price must be above these levels. So the high probability trade area setup for me is here. And what do we see after that? We saw a selling pressure candle. So if you don't know still what is a selling pressure candle, go back to my previous videos. I think the first 3 or 4 episodes. Okay, so we already saw a what do you call this, a selling pressure candle. Okay, represented by this pin bar. All right, so meaning there's a pressure pushing up, not selling pressure, buying pressure. I'm sorry guys, correction. It's a buying pressure pushing up the price. Okay, there's a pressure, so meaning the bulls are taking over as compared to the sellers. All right, I'm sorry about that statement. So this is a buying pressure candle. Okay, so we already saw this. Am I going to take the trade now at an H1? I can still improve my stop loss, right? If I'm going to enter now, my stop loss will be like this. Long position. Right, if this candle already happened, okay, and then I saw this bullish candle as an engulfing, definitely my entry will be like this, right? And what else? My TP, of course, when you set your TP, let's forget about TP first. Let's go to the entry as of now, right? My entry will be like this, okay? So let's talk about the TP later on. So my entry will be like this on an H1, okay? How much is this? 84 or 85 pips stop loss. So for me, that is still wide based on my appetite. All right. So what can I do? So let's just remove this first. Remember, this is on an H1 entry, right? H1, so that we can compare it later on. H1 entry, right? Okay. So right, H1 entry structure below, right? So I'm on an H1, right? I still want to improve my stop loss to tighten it a bit, right? So what will I do? Again, I will go to a much lower time frame. All right, doing the same process as what I did from a daily to the H1. Again, utilizing TFP system. That is how you can practice better entries on a manner of low risk, high reward. So again, I will go to a much lower time, let's say 5 minutes, and I will look for structure and better optimal entry. Right, so what can I see? What can I see? Right, we all know that we are on HPT daily and H1 HPT. So right now, I can do the same thing over and over again. So I can see as well a counter trend line break here. All right, where is my key significant level or zone now as a horizontal? Right, read the structure, guys. Read the structure. So we know that that as per structure, see, the price broke out at this what key significant level. Why? There's multiple touches, and also here, right? We can also assume that the price also can react where? Here, right? This can be our key significant level or zone. But structure wise, what happened? The price broke out at this counter trend line, breaking out at this level as well. So what can we say about that? Previous what resistance becomes what new support. So this becomes my key significant support level or zone. And am I going to enter once I saw this breakout from this counter trend line? Of course not. You want your price to return to your HPT. Where is my HPT now? Your HPT will be here, right? It's gonna be your new high probability trade zone on a 5-minute time frame, right? You see what I did, guys? I just kept doing the same thing over and over again just to improve my stop loss for a higher risk reward ratio. Okay, that is how I improved my risk reward ratio and what 10x my profits. So later on I will show you guys the difference on having an optimal entry on a lower time frame that provided me and my students I had what a high reward, low risk entry. All right. So now let's say the price broke out at this level. So definitely the price reacted at my HPT or high probability trade area or zone on what 5-minute time frame. So when I saw this buying pressure candle, right, I know that this price would hold. Why? I already broke out the counter trend line. The price reacted above my what key significant support that was once a resistance. Again, market structure. Okay, so if I'm going to enter now the trade after this pin bar or buying pressure candle, I can definitely have my entry on the next candle. Let's say here, right? And stop loss below this what? Below this candle, right? So my entry would be now here, and of course, where is my take profit? Take profit remains at your higher time frame. Guys, that is where you 10x your profit, right? Just okay. So look at the difference. Okay, let's go back to a much lower H1 time frame. So imagine guys, from a daily zone, right? From a daily zone, daily time frame, I was able to what have an entry to a 5-minute time frame using TFP warrior system and kept doing the same process of entry and confirmation. So going back to an hour time frame, let's just see the difference of entries and of course to its risk reward ratio, right? Look at that, guys. Look at that. How can it be better than that? So on our entry, we have, as I've said, almost 84 and 91 pips of stop loss. All right. And for our 5-minute, we only have 20 pips of stop loss. Look at the difference. What is the risk reward ratio on an H1? 1:8. Not bad. However, on a 5-minute entry, come on guys, digging it, digging it deep down to your optimal entry, you have 1 is to what? 37, guys. 1:37. That is how you 10x your profit. So how will I know that the price would reach my take profit? Again, guys, as I always said to my past tutorials, your lower time frame is your entry. Do not monitor the price chart at your entry time frame unless you are scaling in positions or adding more positions. Again, the reason you just go to a much lower time frame is for you to have a tighter stop loss structure setup and improving your risk reward ratio. But if you're going to monitor your charts, always look and go back to a much higher time frame. Why? That is where the big money comes from. Okay? If the price if I'm going to monitor the price at a much lower time frame, let's say an hour time frame, each one, right? I would see a lot of what? I would see a lot of noise. Okay, if I saw the price moving up, moving up, moving up, and then suddenly I saw this move, then I would have probably exit my trade because I thought what? I'll be thinking the time that the price would continue go down. So I will be panicking and be worried to lose all my gains throughout this initial move, right? But that's the drawback or disadvantage if you are going to monitor the price chart at your entry time frame. You will see a lot of noise, guys. But if you are going to monitor the chart on a higher time frame, look at guys, look at this, right? Let's say the price chart was here, the price was here. Do I see any reason for me to exit my trade? Do I see any reason for me to exit my trade? Right? Is there any reason for me to exit the trade if I saw this or even saw this? Again, guys, monitor your charts on a higher time frame, but look for better entry on a much lower time frame. Right? This will definitely what improve your discipline, what improve your risk reward ratio through what monitoring at a much higher time frame. That is where the big money is. So if I saw that minor correction at a much lower time frame, I will not be panicking. I will not be worried about my trade because I know on a higher time frame, there's no signal, there's no confirmation for me that the price wants to go down. Right? So is there any reason for me to exit my trade now? Hell no. Right? It can probably reach until where? Probably here. Right, guys? So you see my point. The reason I can 10x my profits and my students as well is because we always look and set our take profit target at a higher time frame. You only use lower time frame for entries. Okay, so the entries on a much lower time frame will help you improve your risk reward ratio and tighten your stop loss. Okay, look at the difference from the H1 and 5 minutes entries. See, 1:8 versus 1:37, guys. Can I get any better entry than that, right? So if I'm going to monitor on a 5-minute time frame, I would see a lot of noise, right? I would even exit here. You see this bearish candle? That's why if I'm going to monitor the chart, I will always go back to my higher time frame to monitor the candle formation. So there's no reason for me to exit the trade now. If I saw a bearish candle with a selling pressure or shooting star, definitely I would exit the trade uh, on that specific time. Okay, but for this, there's no reason for me to sell. Right? There's no reason for me to sell or exit my trade on that setup for a buy. So remember, I just utilized the TFP wire system, right? price must be above these key significant levels on a daily, providing me an HPT error zone. Again, I did the same thing. What? Break of counter trend line below the support level. Alright, so waiting for the price to enter my HPT on an H1. I just did the same process as what I did on a daily. And then, what? Going down to a much better or lower time frame for optimal entry. See, I just did the same process as what I did to the daily H1 and now on the 5 minutes. Alright, again, TFP bar system, price action, and what? Market structure. So TP remains what? TP remains at the higher time frame here. So that is how I'm catching the bigger move of the market with what? A low risk, high reward entry. So that is the reason I'm able to 10x my profits using this method as well. Right? This logic, I must say. So I hope you have learned something, guys, and you may be able to apply this concept on how you can catch the bigger move of the market using low risk, high reward entries and 10x your profits. Okay, not only 10x, 20x, 30x, depending on the market structure and your target profit or take profit level on a much higher time frame. All right, guys. So that will be it for today. All right. So I hope you have learned. And I hope you found value in this video in order for you to apply it in your trading. So again, thank you to all your support and to all those future supporters and subscribers. Again, if you're new to this channel, this is TFP Champion Forex. And again, just a reminder, guys, on my upcoming bootcamp, to all those who want to register, just message me and or check all the details at the description below. And I hope you have learned something about better entries, low risk, high reward. That is always our goal, and that is how we can 10x our profits. Alright, guys, so thank you and see you at the next video on Trading for a Living Forex Champion series. Bye bye.